What's going on, everyone? This is Self-Made, episode whatever. Took a couple weeks off while I've been away in Queensland. Dropped the ball a little bit, but we're back on it. Currently in the car, got a very ghetto setup going on at the moment. I've got my microphone attached to my seatbelt, which I thought was probably the smartest thing I've ever done. I really feel like MacGyver right now. I'm just so intelligent the way I do things. Stuff moving around the back. It's probably going to be really bad audio, but we don't care, do we? We just want to get something on the board. So today we're going to be talking about all the easy things you can do to get your business out there. And the gripe I have with a lot of other people who have businesses and they come to me and they're like, I can't get customers. And then I go back and I'm like, well, have you done this, this and that? And they're like, no. And I say, well, there's your problem. So today I was getting lunch. I went into some random restaurant in Ashmore in Queensland, and before I went in, I just wanted to quickly Google their menu. And so I typed in the name of the restaurant, couldn't find it. So I tried to be more specific. I put in the name of the restaurant, I put Ashmore, put Queensland, I put Italian, and still nothing was coming up. And after a couple minutes, I finally, I found them on Facebook, and they had a Facebook page, but they have no Google business listing. And I'm like, how are people ever gonna find this place? The only way people are gonna find them is if they stumble across them like I did. And just got me thinking, there's so many businesses out there that don't do the bare minimum. They don't even have a Google profile. They don't have any online presence. And I actually went in there and I had a conversation with the owner because it was so dead due to the fact that he has no online presence. And I just spoke to him. I was like, do you not like making money? Do you not like having customers coming in through your doors? And he's like, huh? I said it in a funny way, so just to not upset him. But I sat down with him for a bit. He just came over to my table while I was eating, and we talked about all these things that he could be doing to grow his business. And I started with the basics. I'm like, why don't you have a Google business profile? And he goes, what's that? And I said, well, when you type in the name of a business on Google, it's what comes up in the search. It has that little box. It says the address, the website, phone number, all that stuff. I was like, why don't you have that? And he says, well, I didn't even know that was a thing I could do. I said, okay, well, we're gonna do that for you right now. I got him to pull out his phone. I quickly signed up for him, and he's going to get a postcard in a couple of days so he can get verified on Google. And then people can start finding him. Not sure what happened there. My phone just cut out, but we're back. So I was just having a conversation with this guy, showed him a couple things he can be doing to get more customers. He took everything on board. He seemed like a very nice guy, and so I felt more inclined to help him because of that. And it's just sad to see all these business owners out there who they have great businesses. They do really good. If it's a restaurant, they do really good food. If it's a lawnmower, they cut lawns very well, but they just don't have a clue about marketing, and it's really sad to see. And so I wanted to help that guy out a bit. We got his Google business set up. That's going to do a lot for him just by getting listed on Google, because as a restaurant, 90% of all of your customers are going to find you through Google. And he's in a very kind of out of the way location, so people aren't just going to stumble across him like I did. I was just going down some back roads because I got lost, and I was hungry. I found him. I was like, oh, may as well eat. But he must be struggling, and we didn't go too much into the financials of his business. But I mean, I can just tell I was in there midday. It's a Saturday, and there's no one in there. So guy's not doing too well in the business, and it's because he's not doing any of the basics. These are the fundamental things that everyone needs to be doing in business. And I have a lot of cleaning business owners who come to me and they say, Jason, I can't get customers. Can you please help me? And then I go back and I'm like, okay, have you got a Google business listing? And a lot of them, a lot of times they're like, no, I don't. How do I get that? It's well, go try all these things. It's literally free to sign up. It'll take you 1 minute to sign up, and it's free. Go try all these things before you come to me asking for advice, because that's obviously why you can't get customers. You haven't even done the bare minimum. The Google business listing. I'll just chuck my car on autopilot right now. There we go. So the Google business listing, getting a Facebook page, posting in Facebook groups. It's all these different things. I see so many people aren't doing them, and it's especially rife in the cleaning community. A lot of people just don't really know how to market themselves, and that's not a knock on cleaners. Cleaners are great at what they do. I know a lot of great cleaners, really friendly people who offer an amazing service, but they just don't know too much about the marketing side of things. And so yeah, fundamentals is just getting listed on Google, Facebook page, getting on high pages, yellow pages, going and looking at all the different free business directories that you can get on. I think we listed ourselves on like 200 different business directories just so we could get that SEO and we can get all those backlinks connecting to our website. And that's been really good for SEO, and it's boosted us heavily in the search. And so just doing all these sorts of things to boost your visibility, get more eyeballs on your business, and therefore convert more customers. It's just basic stuff. And I'm not having a go at anyone who doesn't do these things, because even as basic as it does sound to someone like me, or even you listening, a lot of people listening to this have probably already done all of that. But to a lot of people who just go into business because they need something to do, or because they're good at the business, or they're good at what the business is about, like the cleaning. A lot of them, most times, aren't going to know about all this stuff that we know about. They're not going to know about the digital marketing. They're not going to know about systems and softwares. And so it's really important to help other people out and educate people and spread the word, because that's what it's all about. I see a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, but a big figurehead in the Australian cleaning space always talks about how you shouldn't help out other people in your market because it's so competitive and everyone's a competitor. Everyone wants your business. I disagree with that. I think we can still have friendship in business. We can still help other people out, especially when you're well ahead of other people and you see people who are clearly struggling and could do with your help. And yeah, that's what I did today. I helped that guy with the restaurant out. He even offered to give me my meal for free, and I was like, no, it's so basic. It's so basic, the stuff I was telling him. I was just happy that he was able to take it on board and he was receptive to what I was saying. So yeah, if you're listening to this and it's kind of setting off some like alarm bells in your brain, like oh man, I haven't got a business listing. Oh man, I haven't got a Facebook page. Go and do that. It's very basic, fundamental stuff. And once you do it, it's going to get you so much free business, okay? And then once you've done that, if you're not getting customers after that, then we can go and have a look at your actual marketing and kind of go back and reverse engineer everything and break things apart. But really basic stuff. Get a business listing, have a Facebook page, be consistent with all that stuff, and do all the free basic things before you start worrying about Facebook ads and Google ads, because I see so many people as well asking like, how do I run Facebook ads? How do I run Google ads? Meanwhile, they haven't even done that stuff we were just talking about. So yeah, really basic stuff. It's essential in every business. I can't think of a business that wouldn't need a Google listing. And if you know that you haven't got these things, you should definitely get on top of that, because it's gonna give you a lot of free business. Because if you're not doing it versus if you are doing it, you're going to be in the same position, except you're going to have more customers, because it's not costing you anything except a little bit of your time up front. And then once you've got it set up, it's done. You don't have to touch it again. So that was an interesting thing that happened today. I see it a lot when I go into other businesses. I always like to pick apart businesses and look at their online presence, and I always see gaps that I just wish I could go in there and just help them out with it. But it was cool that I got to kind of do that today with this guy. So shout out to Mario from, I think it was Mario's Italian Place. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was literally just Mario's Italian Place. So shout out to you. You're a very cool guy. I should have probably gotten his contact details, but yeah, it's a shame to see all these really great people in business who are struggling in business. But if we just all band together and kind of help out all the people who are new to the game, just to help them get ahead and get them set up. It's not about being bloodthirsty and taking away business from everyone. I mean, when we're in the millions of dollars, you don't want to be giving advice to your competitors who are doing $3, $5, $10 million a year. But if you see people who are just starting out and they're in that kind of $0 to $100,000 range, throw them a bone, just help them out. There's nothing wrong with it. There's really nothing wrong with it. I try to do it a lot on my Instagram and my TikTok, and hopefully one day we can do it on a wider scale. I'd love to go into coaching one day. It's something I've given some thought, but it's not something I want to do until I've really got my business kind of flushed out and able to entirely run without me. I mean, it runs without me, but I'm still needed here and there. So yeah, I just had to merge into a lane because apparently my car isn't smart enough to do that. So yeah, that was just my 2 cents for today. Go have a look at all the free things that you can do in your business to boost visibility and get more customers and all that stuff, because there's a lot of businesses that don't do it, and it's only going to cost you a little bit of your time. So go jump on top of that, go get some more customers and have fun. Business is a game and we're all just playing it. So yeah, go do that, and I'll see you in the next one.